Works? Does it really work? I'm working. You don't look like it. I just talked to the owner. He does not. He's not stoked. Even though this place is like pretty much cleaned out, he is definitely a little bit perturbed. If I'm still here, it's not funny. If I'm still here, man, God, I should really be, yeah, I don't know. Oh, anyway, I have this commenter, and his name is Paul. He's from the UK, I believe. And he's, like I keep saying, he's like, why don't you just take the stuff and throw it all on the truck? And there's like hopper things in here, and there's a patio set that my wife wants really bad, but I have to paint it. Do you think that will ever happen? Those gas bottles that they were taking, and now they won't take them anymore. I'm stuck with it. So I can't heave it all onto the truck. What am I going to do, right? Once this is gone, though, man, this video is like a Scraplife video, isn't it? He's walking along the trailer with, it's not funny. He's keeping the stuff at a public storage, which, by the way, that company, that's a great company to store your stuff with. If you ever want to store stuff, they're very tolerant of their tenants. Unlike, I had my stuff at extra space storage, and the people that worked there were awesome, but the company, whew, the company chugs nuts. That company sucks. I hate that company. The people that work there, awesome. The company, don't store your stuff there. They're mean. Whoa, you probably, no, man. I made videos of me like power washing their freaking ground because my truck left an oil spot. It left one little, or a couple of like little oil spots, and they said that I was going to have to pay $300 to clean the place up, or get myself one and do it myself. And I did that, and they weren't, look at that water, that's crazy. They weren't satisfied with my work after I did it. After I spent a whole day This is not an upbeat video, I don't think. Oh well. More good times ahead. Thank you for watching. I have a commenter by the name of Paul. And, hey, I love his comments. You know, some people would take his comments as being kind of like, I don't know, maybe arrogant or rude or whatever. They're alright though, I like them. Okay? Because he's got great, I love the questions, even if they are a little bit tough, or if they sound like, hey buddy, you know, you're doing things the wrong way, you know? And yes, from every appearance, I'm doing stuff the wrong way. Okay. The problem is, yeah, his comment was, wouldn't it be easier instead of taking the stuff straight over there and creating another mess? Okay, that makes sense so far. Just load the truck with the stuff. Just take the stuff and heave it down the truck. Well, yeah, sure, I could just sell all the stuff as just shred. But then from now on, I might as well just everything that I pick up take as shred. You know what I mean? Even like copper, or, oh, don't be stupid. You know, like transformers or faucets. Just dump it as shred, and then you'll never have a pile. Which is true. That makes sense. I mean, why have extra work? That part makes sense. But I don't know, maybe I'll do it that way. You know, I'll just dump the copper and dump the brass, you know, dump, you know, little bits of wire along with my rubbish and whatnot, wood, plastic, and then you don't have this to contend with. But God, it's impossible to explain it. When I'm out in the street, okay, you put me alongside another scrapper. The other scrapper will find more stuff. Okay, I have an empty truck. He has an empty truck. We both have the same kind of truck, let's just say, just to make a imaginary comparison and to make it completely even and fair. We're both of the same age. We both have the same truck. Okay, they will find more stuff than I will, because I drive slower and I think slower and I'm more cautious. So like when I'm driving, I don't drive like a madman. I drive like a grandpa, which is the way I've always driven. Slow. But there's so many kids on the street, and yeah, you don't want to, like, my luck, I'll end up getting a ticket. I gotta keep the speed down, plus it pisses off, you know, the residents. So for whatever reason, I've experimented that way. How the hell did that scrapper find 3 hot water heaters and 2 refrigerators and all those bikes and stuff, and I got like a barbecue, and that's it. Okay, no scrap in the truck, no garbage in the truck, nothing. Everything's all empty. I take a left turn, and the other scrapper takes a right turn. Okay, and on the block he got lucky. Okay, so once you start finding stuff, you're on the roll. Yeah, so I have to deploy tricks of the trade, and yeah, that's sort of a Debbie Downer when you do stuff like that and then talk about it over and over. But the point is, I just drive slower. And, well, okay, here, I'm going to toss this down because I don't want to hold on to it. So Paul was saying, why don't I empty everything, go back into the truck? And I'm telling him there's like lead mixed in the pile, there's alternators, there's hundreds of dollars worth of things other than regular scrap, plus there's like plastic, like too much plastic for the scrapyard to want to take. There's also television sets that haven't been dismantled, stuff that actually works and is usable. That kind of crap. I mean, it's not really funny, but I mean, there's like buckets of copper. There's that. I've got a bucket of salt here to salt the earth when I leave this warehouse to chase away whatever demons. I mean, I got that kind of stuff. Got a bucket with brass in there and copper. What else do I got? There's a little nonsense here that probably could get sold. There's an air hose right there that I definitely definitely need, actually. Okay. Well, why is it there? I don't know. Because I found it and I didn't have time to see where does it go, where does it go. I just went like that, you know, and I threw it in there. And that was the end of it until now. Because nothing does have a place. One day I'll show you the inside of my house. I mean, the damn kids are like that. Nothing has a place. Its place is everywhere. I swear to God, the other day, I'm like, okay, I'm used to looking at this, but you know what? It's ridiculous. There's a knife, a fork, and a spoon in every room of the house. There's a book in every room of the house. There's a pen and pencil in every room of the house. There's a piece of clothing, you know, like dirty laundry, in every room of the house. So this place is no different. There's like wire in every place that you walk. Oh, one more thing. The one scrapyard will not. The other thing they won't take besides lead and car batteries and aluminum cans is Christmas trees. Well, then why do you pick them up? Well, because other yards take them. But some of the other yards that do take them, this is getting exhausting. They actually pay less for their scrap. So it's like, okay, well, I'll take the Christmas trees along with the load to go to the one junkyard, but you're driving down the street, okay, looking for scrap. This is worth money right here. You see it on the side of the road. Should I just pass it? Then what the hell do I pick up? Only the stuff that's good. Well, what if I don't find anything good? I just drove around and I blew $30 in fuel, and I found nothing, or barely anything. Okay, well, go back to your scrap warehouse and okay, you can only do that so much because this is almost like micro scrapping, and I hate micro scrapping. I think I don't feel like I'm at liberty to mention other scrappers by name, but there are a few that have mentioned to me directly, maybe not on YouTube, but by other means. They're like, I hate micro scrapping. Well, I'm not going to mention their names. You can figure out who they are. If I had their permission, I would, but I'm not going to drag them into my morass. My point is, I'm a flibberty gibbet. That's my only point. And it gets exhausting, but I'm further along than I've been in a long time, I think. I'm also further in the hole than I've been in a long time. But I can't scrap out of my house or out of my driveway or out of my own garage. Even if I kept all the scrap inside the garage, can't do it. You can't even store scrap in my garage. And I don't live in a homeowner association area. I live in, I don't think, or I don't know if like people from European countries know what an unincorporated area is. An unincorporated area in the United States is an area that is not subject to strict and stringent, I don't know, like rules of, I don't know, like you're allowed more liberty, so to speak, allegedly. Like your property on the exterior does not need to have, let's say, the grass cut to a certain length on a weekly basis, or you don't have to have trash pickup. Like where I live, you don't have to have garbage pickup. You could claim that you recycle everything, which is what I claim. I claim I recycle everything. So yeah, Paul keeps saying, like, I'm like, dude, Well, he's British, so hey, mate. Yeah, dude. I'm sure they, yeah, that's good enough. It's universal enough. Look, I'd be trashing that copper, this piece of roof material right here, just because he's like, just throw everything on the truck, and that would be a simple solution to my vexing problem. But big but, okay. And do what? Start all over again? Then I'll be dumping the stuff on the ground again. That's how this got to be. Well, some of this is actually carryover, believe it or not, embarrassingly enough, from last summer when I got evicted from the other warehouse back in June. They gave me 3 months to get out. And, well, I parked my big yellow truck and didn't use it since. And I filled it with everything. I had no place to take the scrap that was inside it. I had to keep it in storage because I can't keep that truck on my own property because the neighbor will complain. Even if it's in the driveway all the way in the back, like many other people in my neighborhood, some of them have semi-tractor trailers parked in their driveway, and they just sit there. When I'm scrapping, I'll show you this one. There's some old Ford semi-tractor that's sitting in the people's driveway near my house for years. And that's not what I want. They're not even using it. I use my truck. I'm getting off on a long tangent. Okay. I see all kinds of things you could sell. You know, people are saying, yeah, keep that. You know, you could sell that. Well, nobody wants that damn thing. And somebody dropped off that refrigerator a long time ago and said, oh, yeah, it works. I plugged it in and it does not work. But that's fairly easily scrappable. And oh yeah, if anybody's been following this crazy channel long enough, they'll know that for a time being, while the other junkyard was paying a very low price, the other one that was paying a higher price suddenly decided not to take refrigerators for about 3 weeks. And I pushed it off the truck and they took 250 pounds off. So these places operate with their own rules, subject to you finding out once you get there. You know, so that creates a level of chaos. It makes it really hard for me. Well, if I didn't have a warehouse, though, I wouldn't have the ability to hoard onto these catalytic converters and wait for the price to go up, which the price has gone back up again. And where would I get rid of them? Because there's a lot of junkyards that will just buy them as scrap, and they won't give you, well, some of them are worth, you know, $20, some are worth $50, some of them are worth a couple $100. Like that one right there from an old Ford, that's worth about $35. And there's one here from, I think this is from, I think that's from a Hyundai. That's worth about $30. One from a, I think that's from a Buick right there. That's worth about 80 bucks. Here's one from a Cadillac, STS or whatever. That's worth 100 bucks. But it wouldn't make sense to go and collect one and drive that all the way to the place that does buy them for that kind of price. Okay? One thing, really? No, collect them. Wait until I get like 10 or more of them. There's one hiding right there. The last time the guy came out, I forgot I had that buried in there. So I got like 10 of those. So that's like 400 bucks probably, at least. So having the warehouse allows me to gather up a bunch of material and then sell it all at once. And sometimes holding on to it long enough for the price to go way up. Here comes the owner. And I'm gonna hang up here.